What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to dive back into the ZX6R. I have a couple things I'm hoping to get done today. Let's get to it. So unfortunately I did some work on the ZX6R without you guys. If you do remember from the previous video, the kill switch was completely destroyed from the accidents, and when I figured out the wiring first, I did not get it right. But now it's all done. As you can see, kill switch on. Yeah. So I have that figured out. It is working the way it should be, so that's really good progress. Right now, I'm going to jump onto installing back the airbox and everything in that area, try to secure it so we can toss the gas tank on and start getting some work done on that. Now we're going to reinstall the clip-on. This should be torqued to 58 foot-pounds. Now, I was about to put this wiring harness away when I found an open circuit over here. So I'm going to open this up, perform the repair that needs to be done so we don't have problems in the future. Now that is secured. Now I'm gonna go ahead and reroute all the wiring harness that's supposed to go to the front for the headlight, blinkers, the instrument cluster, all that good stuff, and then we can install the airbox in place. Like that's looking much better. All the wires are ready to go where they belong when we have the assembly, when we have those parts in. Now we have the airbox. Obviously it's looking quite filthy. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up before we toss it in the bike. Now we connect the hose and install the airbox. That's good. Now we'll make sure that the airbox is sitting properly on the throttle body. Now we'll secure it in place. Same on this side. And now the top bolt. And as you can see, the lower part of the airbox is fully installed on the motorcycle. We have our original filter that came off the bike. No good. The next part we're going to be throwing on this bike is going to be the race air filter. This is really good stuff. It's reusable. You just have to wash it, clean it up, toss it back in. And this is a race air filter, so it's not a street one. If you're going to toss this on, you do need to tune that motorcycle. So let's toss this beauty on and make this thing one of a kind. And that's it here. It's already pre-oiled. Up on the gas, brand new. Look at that. Let's go. Try to toss this back on. And with everything secured up top here, it's time to plug in the harness for the mass airflow sensor and the objectives on top. Alright guys, just like that. Right now, as you can see, we have the top of the airbox fitted back on. My goal right now is to install the gas tank right back on the motorcycle so I can start doing some repairs to that gas tank. For this video, I'm just going to make it a time lapse just because I'm going to make a separate video detailing exactly how I intend to do the repair for a gas tank that's dented this way. I figure it's the best way to get more people to find that video, so that's what I'm going to do. If you guys are interested in watching a detailed video of how I intend to repair the gas tank, you guys can check out our video. So before you attempt to do something like this, you want to make sure that the gas tank has no gas in it. It's aired out, it's bone dry. Throw some water in there for extra precaution because you do not want this thing blowing up on you. Very bad stuff. And right now we have the gas tank over here. We want it to be on a secure surface. So what I'm gonna do is install it back on the motorcycle so it's secure. Strap the motorcycle to the lift, or have it on your jack stand or whatever you have, and then get to work on it. First, I'm gonna protect the surface. All of this is clean because we're gonna do some sanding, some grinding. We don't want anything getting in there. So some rags would be great. And the 2 bolt that goes up top here. And now, as you can see, the gas tank is fitted. It is secured to the motorcycle. What I'm gonna do right now is go ahead and strap it to the lift. If you don't have a lift, that's okay. But I have one, so I'm gonna make use of it. It only makes sense to do that. And then we can get some work on the way. So far, all the techniques or everything I'm trying to do to get this dent out of this tank is not really working the way I want it to do. But right now I have one final idea to get this working. I have this plate over here and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I have planned. So right now I've cut this from the piece of metal that I showed you guys. Now this is going to be the top plate and this is going to be the bottom one. So what I'm going to do is drill a hole right through both of them. Try to get it centered as possible for this bolt to thread in here. Now what this is a tire valve. So this is what you have in your tires. And when you inflate it, you get air in your tires. So with this, I'm going to drill another hole just to the side over here where this is going to be inserted and secured. Let's do that real quick. And then I'm going to cut you guys back in and show you exactly what my plans are. I have both holes drilled and it goes right through. The reason why I went bit by bit is because I was trying to make this as secure as possible, and now that's perfect. So now with the hose drilled on the plate, the next piece of the puzzle is going to be this old hose. I have this from when I replaced the intercooler on my vehicle, so this has just been sitting. Right now we're going to cut it up to match this exact same size, and the idea is that when we put it in here, we can seal this and create pressure on the inside of the tank. So this might make some of you all laugh, but as you can see, the smaller plate has a nut behind it, and I have this electric tape securing this way. Now I'm going to go ahead and fit it in here, hold it in place so I can thread in this bolt and secure it. Alright, now just as you can see, this is fully secured. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and flip the tank over, reinstall the fuel pump so that it's sealed, and we're going to pressurize this tank. Let's try it out. No leaks. Doesn't sound like there's any leaks. Oh yeah, that worked. Did you guys see that? That is awesome. Oh my gosh, I wasn't sure if this is gonna work, but as you can see, that just popped right out.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, it's another day in the garage, and I gotta tell you, that tank is kicking my butt. After that successful pop, I've been having difficulties getting the other dents out. It is what it is. I am not gonna give up. You know how when you get it into something and you're determined to get it done, That's me and that tank. We're gonna battle all the way until it's nice and beautiful OEM, no damage, no dent on it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna get there, but I know I'm gonna get there one way or another. With that said, we have the 6R over here. We still have some parts to throw on the bike. I'm still waiting for a couple more parts. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and test what I have on the bike and get it closer to looking beautiful as I know it can be. A company sent me out this part. It's supposed to be a throttle tube. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. We have some domino grips, some bar and weight. We have a very, very interesting package in this box. It was a pain finding this one. And we have the Brembo RCX19 brake and clutch system. So without much more talking, let's start tossing this parts on the motorcycle. So this part, like I said, it is a throttle tube. It's a standard universal 7/8 to 22 millimeters. And basically it has these plates that will slide on over here, and you can adjust how much throttle play you have on your bike and how much turn it takes to go from the idle or the sitting position to full throttle lock. It doesn't make much sense right now talking about it. When I toss it on the bike, you will understand what I mean. So this is the way this is. As you can see, it slides in like this, kind of like a sprocket tooth, and then it locks in place, and then you can adjust how much throttle play. So there are different sizes for different application. So now I'm gonna open up this throttle assembly. Now, like I mentioned, there are 3 different sizes, and the best fit for this one would be this particular size. So slide it on like so. It locks in place, and then we can install it on the motorcycle. Alright guys, and just like that, as you can see, this is fully installed now. And the idea is that this is slightly bigger than the stock one, and it's going to remove that free place. So when you twist the throttle and you have that like dead spot before you actually engage it, it's going to remove that. And right now it's fully installed. Like I said, this is still in testing, so we are going to try it out whenever we get this bike ready. We're going to try it out and see how well this works. Now we're going to reinstall this throttle tube. All right, we have the new throttle tube on, and as you can see, that is looking really, really good. I am going to need to readjust this a little bit. As you can see, it's sticking its way in on the handlebar. I'm going to bring it all out and install it properly. And now we're going to pop this grip off. Just like so. Install the new one. That's a little bit loose, actually. Yeah, so these domino grips are out there. They're not really sitting well on the bike. So I'm going to go ahead and run these for now, until I can get a replacement that I actually like and sits properly on the bike. In the meantime, we're gonna throw on the bar and grips. Let's get that done. And just like that, I have the handlebars on. It's almost embarrassing how long it took me to get this on. They were almost impossible to get. The rubber sleeves that were sent that go in here would not go in. That was a lot of finesse and a lot of work to get this inside the handlebar to be able to secure it in place. Very, very bad design, but both of them are on, luckily. And they're very solid, happy about that. It's always frustrating when things don't go according to plan. You waste so much time trying to figure something out that should just take 5 minutes. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't happen the way you want it to. You just gotta keep doing what you're doing. So with that all taken care on the bike, the next part we're gonna be tossing on is gonna be this brake kit assembly. I've been holding out on this because I've been waiting for the brake lines to come in, but that's taking a sweet ass time to come in. I still haven't received it, but I'm gonna go ahead and install this. And then whenever the brake lines come in, we're just going to plumb that all in and secure it in place. Alrighty. This is the clutch side, I believe. The brake side. All the hardwares. Alrighty, so it appears I received the wrong kit. This kit does have the regular clutch, a cable clutch, and has a hydraulic clutch. It appears I received the kit with the hydraulic clutch because, as you can see, that's the hydraulic brake reservoir or the hydraulic fluid reservoir, and I have no brake fluid reservoir. So I have reached out to the company I purchased the kit from. They are aware of this. They are going to send me a brake fluid reservoir, and when I receive it, we can toss it on the motorcycle. Now we're going to remove this. Pull this out just like so. That's out. Now we can toss in the replacement unit. Now we're going to reinstall the clutch cable. All right, and we have the clutch side installed. Really like this. It's so smooth. It's awesome. I am going to change this to the stock one. I just really don't fancy the gold up here because there's nothing for it to match with. So I'm going to toss that out and reinstall the stock one. But over here, I still need to figure out the wiring for the clutch. It's missing the module like on the stock one over here. That's completely missing on this one. So I'm going to need to figure out if I can install that over there or if there's something else I need to purchase to make this work on the 6R. Yeah, so I took that off and it's not the same size. This is smaller, that's bigger. That's not gonna work. So I guess I'm just gonna run with this one. I accidentally recorded that in time lapse. But what I pretty much did was pop off these two bolts over here that secures the brake master cylinder. That's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this brake line and we can remove this assembly. And now to install the master cylinder, it's pretty much the same as the clutch side. So right now with both the Brembos fitted on the bike, we're working with this brake switch right now. I'm trying to get it figured out. This is the cable that comes with the Brembo. So my goal right now is to fit it in here. So when we press on the brake lever, the brake light works in the back. So to do that, I'm going to be using this piece over here. I'm going to file it down so it can go right in this slot, because that way, that's the best way to get it done. Right now, it's currently too big, just like so. So this is the regular size and these two are filed down. If we take it to the bike and insert it, it does work just like a champ, like so. And now we're going to plug this in loosely, just to test it out. Bike is on. That's awesome. Brake light is working. All right, guys, so just like I mentioned, as you can see, I have this wires completely secured in these terminals. It's a heat shrink wrap, so it's protected from the elements. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in here, and we have the brake side completely set up now. Just like so. All right, and now we're gonna test that out. Ignition is on, the running lights is on, brake works just perfect. Same for back here. Excellent. All right, so just like I mentioned, I have a really special package in this box. It took me a minute to find it, and that's the front ram air intake. Now this is a very unique one because, yeah, most of you guys probably don't know, but the bike is a 2010 ZX6R. This isn't. So this ram air intake is definitely not from the 2010 ZX6R. It is from a different model year. But like I said, this is going to be an interesting build. So drop your guesses. Let me know what model year you think this ram air intake is from. Let's toss it on the bike. I'm going to apply some heat to this adhesive backing. Peel it off. All right, so with that adhesive backing now installed on the ram air intake, we're gonna go ahead and toss it on the motorcycle, and then we can check out the fitment. We have the ram air intake. Now let's secure it in place. Thank you guys for watching. That's all the time I have for today's video. In the next video, I'm hoping to have the situation with the gas tank all figured out, have everything buttoned up top here, maybe even start throwing some fairings on this motorcycle. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.